And Roger, some in Bangladesh have supported Yunus's comments. They want Bangladesh to play a bigger regional role. You know, they are sceptical of India's regional influence. Does it allow Bangladesh to play a bigger role in terms of what Yunus was offering to China?
Bangladesh has to care about its own economic survival in the first place. That's the most important thing. And now what it is facing is a difficult situation for that because of Donald Trump's tariff threat. Bangladesh actually has the same level that China has, 37% accused by Donald Trump. So in the past few years, actually, Bangladesh has been suffering from the loss of the foreign reserves. So he has to do something to boost his support within the country and try to put the country in a strong foothold. So he needs China to support him economically.
So do you believe this is more economic necessity than, say, a strategic shift from India to China?
Well, I think from Yunus' standpoint, he cares economic affairs more than others. But from the Chinese perspective, they want to put everything together in a package. So if Bangladesh wants the support from China, China must have something that they want from Bangladesh. That's the strategic positions and the strategic locations that China can use to access more to the Indian Ocean region.
And just staying on you for the time being, do you see the suspension of US aid under Trump to Bangladesh as effectively pushing Bangladesh further into China's arms at this point in time?
I think it acts more like a signal because the U.S. involvement in the Indian Ocean region actually compared with other countries, especially India, is very minimal. So the U.S. strategy is to let India take care of its own neighbors, and that's more strategically viable. And that, you know, by doing that, U.S. actually can use India to play more important roles there. But Donald Trump's withdrawal from the multilateralism actually give a strong signal to Yunus that he will not enjoy the support from the Western countries and the U.S. So he has to choose between China and India while he has very bad situation with India. So I think China is the only reasonable choice that he can have now.
Okay. And Professor Tai, I mean, how should we interpret this given that Yunus is actually unelected by the Bangladeshi people? What do, you know, these shifts, if we can call them that, what do they mean under somebody who's unelected?
I think, yes, maybe he's not, he doesn't have a lot of legitimacy because he's not officially elected. But the thing is that he's in charge of, you know, Bangladesh now. So the thing is that he tried to hedge with China. But the thing is that if you try to hedge with China and you allow China to invest in Bangladesh or maybe even build some ports in Bangladesh, it's gonna turn Bangladesh and India relationship sour because it's kind of like you cooperate with your friend's enemy. So that's the problem here. I wouldn't just say economically. Sometimes even economic activities have some military implications because it's something to do with security.
So we'll get on to that dual use as you just laid out.
Yes.
So during the visit, Yunus received Chinese pledges of $2.1 billion in investment. Bangladesh particularly welcomed $400 million in the modernising of Mongla Seaport and $350 million in Chinese economic zone in Chattogram. Meanwhile, Indian media also reported that an airbase in Bangladesh's Lal Monirat district was discussed during the trip, with some reports saying construction would start in October. The two sides also signed an agreement to share hydrological data between the Yarlung, Sangbo and Yamuna rivers. Lal Monirat airbase, Mongla port and Chattogram. What concerns would India have over these?
Chinese are moving in faster, including the Kalandan project, including the port and the military support that they are having. They are trying to support by supporting 16 J-10Cs aircraft fighters for the Bangladesh to deploy in the airport airbase.
Is this at Lal Monirat airbase?
Yeah, there's an airbase. It's more like a training facilities.
Right.
So all the pilots of Bangladesh pilots who are going to receive new airplanes from China will be trained over there. So everything will be starting from there, and it can be turned into the live airbase during the time of war. So it doesn't matter, and it is very close to the Chicken Neck. So that actually makes it more strategically sensitive.
Right.